Yeah. Running through his mind all day, I'm tired. I'm the boss now, do higher. Hang the phone up, I'm so wired. Couldn't sleep, my floor's too high up. I got keys, that girl's on fire. Who's the boss? I got 5 on me, like what's the cost? I'm at 5 hotel in a suite, I'm lost in white. Get down sheets, I got stripes on my cheeks, Hermes fur on my feet. I'm a lead.
Mere feeds from where the Georgia Dome stood and the Falcons played for a quarter century. We're looking at the team's home since the 2017 season, Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. Hello all, Kate Scott up here in the booth, and joining me as always, my partner Brock Heward. All right, Brock, everyone hoping we see a competitive contest here, and both teams feel they can provide that.
Yeah, this should be a good one. I mean, you just stack these two teams up. We've all done our homework. They've done a lot more practice time and film watching and everything else. But by all accounts, the numbers will tell you, the talent will tell you, we're going to have a competitive chess match, and I can't wait to watch it.
And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all, so they're going to give them a drive starting at the 30.
Ready?
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is first and 10. Right to the air, Burrow. His first offering of the game winds up incomplete. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And that'll bring up second down. Has him on the quick hitter. By a man, and now he's in the clear. He can do it. He makes it in for the touchdown. The Raiders take a 6-0 lead right away. Now we'll see them try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Raiders will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. From his own end zone, here we go.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
They're out and set, first and 10. They send a tight end in motion. They run it with Saquon Barkley. And he'll go out, no gain on the line. No progress on first down, and they'll bring up second and 10. They go to Barkley again. And they'll bundle this up after a 4-yard gain. It was Tyree Wilson in on the tackle. They get about 4 there, need a little more than that now on 3rd and 6. Man in motion here. 3rd down, it's Penix. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game, so that brings up 4th down. Trying for it with Penix. That's cut beyond the marker. And that's good yardage there with 3 set downs to boot.
What I like about that, I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
7-yard line.
First down, a run with Barkley. And he's only going to take this forward to about the 38. Manages just a yard on first down, and now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's another carry for Barkley. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
He was taken down.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, you need to make a play in the open field. Keep it short.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Cooper to Gene in to pick it off. And the Raiders get it back as he intercepts him for the second time this game. Already in an early hole on the scoreboard. That is not what they needed in response, Brock. Giving away possession with a pick.
You know, we got a lot of game left, obviously. Nowhere close to them putting it away. But you can see things starting to unravel a little bit, even after just 2 possessions. A touchdown here could really continue that momentum towards an early runaway.
He's going to be out of bounds. Looks like a yard or 2 short of the 25. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
Here we go.
Another carry for him. It'll be a quality gain on the run, and that also brings us to the end of this quarter. So before they can set it for another play, we've hit the end of the first quarter. Neither side separating much so far. We'll make our return to Mercedes-Benz Stadium after this. Time now for the second quarter. Raiders in possession. They've got 1st and 10 here, looking to add to their lead. Looking to throw, Burrow. Gets his running back. We'll have 1st and goal to go now after they gained 18 on the previous play.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that it was all him, turning a modest pass to far more than a modest gain.
And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball and put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, it came at the perfect time.
Ball sets him up at the 9-yard line. It's 2nd and goal.
Here we go. 11.
Burrow from the gun. That's incomplete left side.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over the coverage. Remember that did help force the incompletion.
Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal.
11 MT.
Out of the shotgun, Burrow. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring it down.
Well, on that play, really not a large window for him to sneak that ball in.
The Raiders settling for 3 as they send the field goal unit out. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And they come away with some points on that series.
In that close, kicks have to be automatic. That won't stop the head coach, though, from holding his breath for a couple seconds until he sees it's up and good.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And they've got a long field ahead, Brock. Got to him early on the return and laid a big hit on it. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They've got a man in motion. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Penix on 1st down. Isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
It's a loss of 8. Brings up 2nd and 18 at the 37-yard line.
60 Bison.
It's the 2-minute warning now from Atlanta. The Falcons at a deficit.
Got it. Ready?
All right, here we go. 2nd down.
Sack.
Another try following the sack. That's caught. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
There's heat. That blitz coming off the snap. That QB's eyes, you can see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and netted some positive yards.
His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. So that brings up 4th and long.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. It's scored as a 51-yard punt. And it'll be Raider football. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts. 2nd and 3 now.
Here we go. 11. Got.
Burrow out of the shotgun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Or didn't fit that one into Devontae Adams. And now they'll face a 3rd and 3.
Here we go. 11.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
And he's still looking for the play that starts the ground game as that one stopped for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few. He got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
11, Thomas.
Looking to throw. Buys time, rolling right. He's running with it. And that will not be enough for a first down. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Here comes the final play of our first half.
11. Got.
He'll throw it. He fires one deep down the left sideline. Well, they had the right shoulder, didn't shy away from it, and couldn't connect. Now they're stuck facing 4th down. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. We'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. Poor choice to bring it out. Instead of the 30-yard line, they're going to start shy of the 20. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Penix now against a blitz. That's complete. Here's Scott. And they're able to drag him down as he reaches the 15-yard line.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Let's go now.
Defense showing blitz. Here's Penix. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock. And physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose. I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
The Falcons getting ready for the punt. And he's going to effort this from his own goal line. sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. We don't get a return out of that punt. And it'll be their football. They'll get this drive started. First and 10.
Here we go.
Going back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
You know exactly what this defense is thinking right now, Kate. They are thinking safety off the snap, or they crash the line and they're inching closer and closer to the end zone.
On one, ready?
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now.
Here we go, here we go.
And he's got a free play here. Completed to his running back. And he's tackled with markers down. This one should be on the defense. Offense liked how that play went. They choose to decline the penalty.
On one, ready? Okay, set.
They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. First and 10 now. Here's Burrow. That one's on the mark. Jacoby Myers. The 30. Gets the 10. He does it. Touchdown. The Raiders push their lead further to start the half. Now they'll see if they can tack on one more. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Raiders take a 3-possession lead. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Chooses to bring this one out. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. They're out and set, first and 10. Throwing for the pistol, Penix. He's going to dump this one off to the fullback, complete. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play. Keep driving that defense backwards.
And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it's good for an Atlanta first down. Straight ahead, here's Barkley. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
Dumped off to his running back. And this is down to the 28 before the defense holds it. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. On second down, here's Barkley. And he's brought down for a loss. We'll see what they come up with for third down in just a bit. We've reached the end of 3. It's not quite over yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the fourth quarter. Third and just 2 to go. To the air with Penix. Put the body on the line for his team. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And the Falcons will have a first.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Barkley trying this up the gut. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. It was the rookie from USC who got there for that tackle.
A humble 5-6-yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Play action. Here's Penix. Cut near the goal line. And this one stopped at the 3-yard line. Nice gain of 8 there, and that brings them to 1st and goal.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's your bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
They're going to run with Barkley. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. 2nd and goal coming up from the 7. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. That's the 2-minute warning here from Atlanta. Falcons trying to make it look a little nicer on that scoreboard. So now, here's 3rd and goal.
19 Lions. Let's go.
Penix here from the gun. And it's complete in the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. The Falcons get it back to within 2 possessions. Now the Falcons offense staying on the field, lining up to go for 2.
The Falcons will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They go play action. Here's Penix. And he has it in the end zone for 2, and that's going to chip away a little bit of that deficit. Don't look up at the clock, everybody. That is certainly not their friend as they get set to try an onside kick. And the Raiders are able to secure the kick. And they bring him down around the 34.
Hey, the numbers don't lie. The numbers tell you, Kate, time and again, it is so hard to recover these onside kicks. And when you got an opponent prepared for it, well, that makes it even more difficult.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34.
Here we go.
Here's the handoff. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Perception and reality, Kate. The perception out there from the public is edge rushers are defined by their size. The reality in the locker room and in the huddle is you could be defined by your relentlessness. And his motor never stopped.
Here we go.
Helped him track it down for a loss on the outside.
Back to the well again. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
This coordinator tried to show some trust and belief in his offense. A run after a negative run? Well, you lose a lot of equity and belief in that coordinator. I don't think he's going to try a 3rd run after back-to-back negative losses.
Here we go, here we go.
Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. Back-to-back carries here. Ooh, sharp running here. He's past the 30. And he will haul it in for the Vegas touchdown. The Raiders could lock away the win as they make it a 15-point game. This was a clear passing down, Brock, and the run surprised all of us, and there it goes for a touchdown.
That's well said. Rewarded for going against the grain. Common sense analytics tell you throw it. But the surprise paid dividends.
Raiders leaving the offense out there. They want to add 2 more to that touchdown.
For the 2-point conversion.
He's throwing for it. He has it. And he's into the end zone again. So he gets them the big play touchdown, and then they reward him with a chance to add on 2 more. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. From his own end zone, here we go.
Fumble on the play. Recovered by the receiving team.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Set, take go.
They give to Barkley, left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Atlanta! The Falcons get it back to within 2 possessions. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. Now they'll try the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Falcons cut the lead down to 10. That lead trimmed just a bit. Down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go.
12, 12. What the?
Oh, look at this. He's set up to throw. Big gain downfield. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown. The Raiders can put this out of reach as they make it a 16-point lead. Setting up to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Raiders take a 3-possession lead. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Chooses to bring this one out. And he's brought down Brock, and that brings his ball game to a close. So it's a road win for the Raiders in this one. And even fighting that dreaded body clock with a West Coast trip, they played their game, and they're taking this victory back east with them. So for our crew, my partner Brock Heward and myself, I'm Kate Scott, and this has been Madden Ultimate Team. The Raiders winners as we say goodbye from Atlanta.